We have seen a little bit of everything when it came to the 450 qualifying action tonight. A couple of the favorites going down early in their qualifiers. See Ken Roczen right there, barrel rolling, then he gets hit. Good news is he is okay. He's on the line, ready to go, and the fans are fired up. I've seen a lot of surprises, things to watch for tonight. Eli Tomac coming off of an injury. First time with Kawasaki, he comes out and wins his heat race. Trey Canard, he is confident, he's healthy, somebody to watch. But Chad Reed on the 22 factory Yamaha, he's back. Cannot wait to see what he does. Let's go back to the booth with Ralph and Jeff, guys.
Thank you, Jamie. Here we go. They will race 17 rounds in 18 weeks. We kick it off here in Anaheim. We will close out that championship when we get to Vegas. Juliana Danielle, Miss Monster Energy Supercross, ready with the 32nd board.
Well, Ralph, last year Dudgey led 43.5% of the laps in the championship. With the field we have this year, it's going to be really hard to duplicate that.
It's the biggest, most prestigious, most hard-fought championship in this genre of racing, and it's about to kick off live for 2016 right now on FS1. Who's going to get the whole shot? Stewart on the inside. Do they credit him with it? It's Barcia who takes the lead. Barcia and Stewart run 1 and 2 as they come off the first couple of corners. Anderson's there. Dungey's in the top 4.
What a start. The inside. Dudgey came from the right, came a little wide. Oh, and Anderson
comes right up along the inside of Stewart and comes past. The Husqvarna rider moves on to 3rd. And Porcel jumps up to the front here early on as well. He's in that top 5. Look at Anderson get through there on the 21.
Anderson's going for the lead.
Remember, he finished second here a year ago in his rookie season. Stewart, he's not done. The Yoshimura Suzuki rider tries to come back.
Watch Anderson over the Dragon's back.
Stewart,
Barcia stands
Anderson to the outside. Stewart cuts inside. They're bar to bar. Stewart scrubs the big over. And he's back to second place. Oh, and the crowd loving it here in Anaheim as this season gets underway.
These tight turns here. Anderson starting out so aggressive. Look how he just to the bottom side of Stewart right there. Dudgey. Oh, Anderson's going to triple to the inside.
Stewart hangs on to the momentum around the outside. Remember, Barcia hasn't won a race in Seattle in 2013. That's 25 starts in between that race and this one.
Your heat race winners, Trey Canard and Eli Tomac, did not get the start they needed. They were mid-pack.
Dungey's back there in 4th. Here he comes. Anderson back around Stewart. And Dudgey goes right into Stewart. Oh, and down is James Hard. Dudgey came up the inside, contact with Stewart, and down went James Stewart hard into the dirt.
That's gonna. You got Barcia out front, got a second lead over Anderson. That's the problem with these 180 turns, is Stewart is still down.
The Asterisk medical crew right there to attend to him. We went red flag. Red flag brings this race to an immediate stop. And Jeff, that's a call. The race director, they felt like they needed to help James Stewart to get him the medical attention he needs. I know some of the fans are frustrated that the red flag came out, but you can see where he is. He's right in front of the finish line jump. They're not going to put a rider's health at risk. If he needs to get better medical attention, they got to stop the race.
Yeah, James went down pretty hard. That was a pretty let's take a look at the replay here and see if we can see just what happens. Now James triples to the outside. Now he's going to try to square up Anderson, but Dudgey comes up the inside.
And it looked like his rear end kicked around a little bit, and he couldn't bring it to the halt the way he had thought he was going to be able to.
Here's the slow-mo here. Now watch, Stewart's like, And he goes down pretty hard right here.
You know, we talked about this earlier. Remember in the 250 class, it's just it's a really tough spot because some guys, you know, want to cut in, some guys don't, triple into the corner, and that's just a byproduct of it. And man, we can only hope that James will be okay. But that's a really tough spot. You got to be paying attention there.
Well, the Asterisk medical crew continues to attend to James, and we will be right back for more, including the restart after this. Well, we're happy to say that James was able to get up and walk over to the mule. And the Asterisk medical crew is taking him back to their facilities to check him out further. Let's go back and show you what happened to James as he was battling up the front of the field here. That's Anderson inside.
James was going to try to cut down exiting the turn with Anderson. Dudgey happens to be there. He was going to try to go up the inside of Stewart. They get together. Stewart's the only one that goes down, and here's the red flag rule.
Yes, and there's 3 different versions of it, but ours for this particular case will be the top one, since the race was stopped with fewer than 3 laps completed by the race leader. It is a complete restart, and we're back to the full 20 laps to go.
Full 20 laps. Barsha and Anderson were leading that race.
Well, tough beginning to the year for that Yoshimura Suzuki team. Blake Baggett has been out due to an injury earlier. He'll be back, I'm told by the team earlier today, hopefully around Oakland, which will be about 4 or 5 races into the year. And now we'll see how fast we get James back, hopefully by San Diego next week.
Yeah, you would hope so. The Asterisk medical crew do a really good job now. The protocol and the safety and everything, that was a great move by them to stop that race.
Juliana Daniel has the 30-second board up. Everybody's back in their starting positions. The vacant gate is where James was at, and we're ready to do this again. Here we go. The revs come up. The intensity follows. Here's the gate drop. Tomac with a much better start. He's not going to get the whole shot. That's going to go to Seeley, and so will the race lead.
Barsha back up to second, really aggressive. Dudgey, another solid start. He's 4th. He's got some company on the inside. Nobody manages to go down, but we got Canard back there just behind Dudgey.
Much better start for him this time.
So Canard and Tomac, your heat winners, have definitely improved on this restart. Roxon, on the other hand, sets 13th just behind Millsaps.
Yes, a terrible start for him. Here comes Tomac with Dudgey on the outside of him. Ryan cuts back to the inside. Up and over the Dragon's back.
Oh, look at them trying to use
move.
the outside there. That inside line getting a little rutted there, Ricky, and Tomac goes wide.
Here's Roxon all the way back here, battling with Mike Alessi.
Yeah, what you see here is Ken so far back, and that's how crucial the starts are. You know, him not transferring straight out of the heat. Well, you just have a bad gate pick, and that's right, man. It's just you set yourself up for a disadvantage. But we got 20 laps, anything can happen.
Cole Seeley out front here on the Honda.
Seeley won that race last year in Houston. He was 14th at this event last year. He was 14th at round 2 last year. Trying to improve on that with a win here. So many laps to go. We're 2 laps through the 20-lap main event restart. Oh, that rut's getting really deep coming up over that over under there.
Yeah, guys, I'm over here. It is so deep, and it has a kicker right at the top that kind of kicks your back end up and over. So these guys are being forced to go to the outside.
Barsha running in second.
Look at Tomac, triple single through there. I'm just so impressed at his return here, switching teams, switching brands, double shoulder surgery in the summertime last year. And I talked to him a few weeks ago. First time I had a chance to talk to him about riding the Monster Energy Kawasaki, and I said, how's the adjustment to the bike? He says, if we had to race right now, it's perfect. I absolutely love it. So he definitely has agreed with this new Kawasaki.
With more on the story at Tomac, is battling with Barshover second. Here's Jenny.
Well, just to add to what Jeff was saying there, you know, I also spoke to Eli earlier today about that shoulder surgery, and you know, he told me 4.5 months off the bike is a long time, and it was really hard mentally. He said there were days where he didn't know what to do with himself without racing, and that was the biggest challenge. Thankfully, the shoulders have healed up and he's been back riding, but he said the recovery and just not being on the bike was a big challenge.
Yeah, but he knows how to train. He's dedicated. He gets focused. And number 3 has put himself in a really good position here. As you see, about the top 6 riders from Sealy Barsha, Tomac, Dudgey, Canard, and Anderson are only separated by 5 seconds, and Reed is just a couple seconds off of that.
And you got to believe, oh, down goes Dudgey!
Canard pushes him wide, and the top of that berm is really loose. You see some of the tough blocks have already gotten pushed out, and Dudgey just did not give way.
It's the second time tonight we've seen Dudgey in the dirt. Let's go back and take a look to see what happened to the reigning champ.
Trey Canard's fired up. Look how far behind he is off the triple.
Yeah,
he makes up 2 bike links, Ricky.
Scrubs it right here. Just runs him high. Not hard contact. And then see the top of that berm. See the top of the berm just falls away. You can see right there, he's gone. Didn't leave him any room. That's what I was telling you guys. The top of these berms are so loose, and there's nothing really Ryan could do. And Trey was using up all the track.
Push that motorcycle up in there, all that force, and nothing to support it. It's just going to give away.
And Team Honda HRC has got one guy in the lead. Their second rider there, Canard, 41 on that red Honda. He's moved his way up to 4th, and it looks like Tomac is the next one that's in jeopardy of the Oklahoma rider putting a pass on him. Look at him over the Dragon's back, makes up about a half a bike length right there. Canard is on fire. And remember that race in 2013, Ralph, Davey Millsap's Trey Canard came down to the last lap. Millsaps ended up winning the thing, stealing the win away from Canard, and he sure would like to win here tonight. Make up for that.
Training and testing and all that is a large part of getting these riders and teams ready for the upcoming season. Look at Canard! Trey right past him. That puts him in a podium position. Trey Canard has a 41 in 3rd. But Jeff, one of the biggest things that helped Trey Canard was he went and raced in Japan and spent time at HRC with the folks at Honda Racing Corporation. And he really got to see and meet a lot of the engineers in Japan and talk with them, get to know them. They got to see him actually race. They were surprised because they don't get a chance to come over to the States often to see just how hard he rides that bike, how much quicker he really was than some of the testers they have in Japan. And both sides said it was hugely beneficial for them to get a better understanding of what each is going through. They fully feel that that's going to do a lot to help them when it comes to getting this team ready to go under the leadership of team manager Dan Bentley.
Yep, exactly, Ralph. And Canard had 2 wins last year, Oakland and San Diego, and he got hurt at round 12. So what a return it is for Trey Canard.
And how about Reed? The Aussie rides here in 6th.
Jeff, we were talking earlier about it. You said if Chad Reed was running about 5th or 6th, do you think he'd be happy with that? Do you think he's happy right now?
Yeah, he feels pretty good. His lap times have been really competitive all day. Remember, he won round 8 last year in Atlanta, went wire to wire. It was really exciting, but he started out the championship in 10th last year.
And Canard gets by Barsha. He's up to 4th. Now remember, Trey has never won a 450 race here in Anaheim. He won the Lights West race here, the 3rd race in Anaheim in 2010.
Hey guys, there's another rider that's going to have something to say with the outcome of this race. Look at that white bike there.
Yeah, Anderson.
Rock star Husqvarna Jason Anderson was second last year, and he looks great once again tonight. Look at this, triple. He's going to go to the, or can he square up Barcia right here? Gets to the inside.
Jersey hanging out the back and
Got
that
it.
free-flowing style that Anderson has made his trademark. And he gets around Barcia as well.
Well, Anderson's really coming to his own. Last year, he started 16, he had 2 podiums. Remember that massive crash he had in Detroit? He's put that behind him, along with the big crash here today.
I was just going to say.
He's the fastest rider on the track.
Ricky,
Guys,
he became an internet sensation earlier today, didn't he, with a huge off in practice.
Yeah, he did. And I was just really looking at that inside line he took after the triple. We got to check this out. Maybe next time by we get a little shot from the camera guys. Oh, check this out. Up the inside.
Yep.
Textbook.
Got him right to the inside of Canard.
And think about this, guys. Seeley now is 5.2 seconds out front in the lead. He was 0.4 of a second faster than Anderson. So Anderson is absolutely going to have to drop the hammer if he's going to catch our leader, Cole Seeley. Look at the field here lined up behind Barcia. He's got lots of company.
There's Seeley on that 14.
He is absolutely flying out front. Look at the gap back to Anderson.
Anderson was second here a year ago in that rookie debut. Feels good racing here in Anaheim for Anderson. There goes Tomac and Dudgey one way, and the leaders coming the other right at you in your living room.
Hey, Ralph, I'm going to throw this at you as Anderson almost throws it away. 2 years ago in the 250 West class, opening round, you remember the finish?
Ooh.
Jason Anderson chased down Cole Seeley and with 2 turns to go, pushes him out of the way and steals the win. Is it now going to happen again? We're halfway through this race. Can Anderson do the same thing?
I'll tell you what, Tomac around Barcia, Reed lined up right behind him, and Dudgey's there as well. Here comes Reed. Oh, he got pushed wide. Dudgey's going to take advantage. This is going to be good here. Barcia, Dudgey, and Reed.
There's Roxon slipping in too.
Yep.
Look at the talented riders, and Barcia's in 5th. This is the battle for 5th. That's the type of field we have this season.
Halfway through, and Dudgey goes by. Here comes Reed inside.
Nice move. Can you believe Chad Reed at age 33 still riding at this level? And this motivated. Crowds into it. They're watching the number 22 make moves along with the champ, Ryan Dudgey. Hey, looking at the lap times real quick. Anderson, fastest lap time, 4 seconds behind the leader.
And Roxon around the outside of Barcia. He got him in there too, and Barcia's got problems, guys.
Yeah, he's backing up in a hurry right now. Roxon having a tough night, but he's battling through it, trying to get those points.
Dudgey looks good and smooth. He's up to 5th. Last year, he only finished off the podium 1 time, and it was a 4th. Don't forget to catch us next Saturday from Petco Park in San Diego. We'll have it for you live on FS1.
And this deal for Chad Reed, this factory Yamaha deal, was on the table. They didn't get it together until this week. He's been riding the Yamaha for a few months now, but instantly he jumped on the bike and he was really happy with it. So factory Yamaha back in the game again with a full factory in-house team.
Backed by Monster Energy, and that was a big part of getting this deal together to get Reed out there.
Oh, look at this line. That kicker on the over-under is really starting to send you high. I thought Roxon was going to get to the inside of Reed that time around. That outside in the sand is finally coming in with 9 laps to go here in the main event.
Ricky, you had some epic battles with Chad Reed. What was the toughest part about passing him like Ken Roxon's trying to do here?
His pace is so fast that he takes all the good lines, and I mean, he's just a fast, accomplished rider. So that's what makes it tough to get by anybody that can carry that kind of speed.
Reed overjumps triple a little bit, upsets the bike going into the turn. That's going to allow Roczen to get up next to him.
And passed. Ken Roczen, the German rider, with a strong move there and then starts to pull away quickly.
Puts him up to 6. Hey, Ralph, last time around, once again, Anderson was your fastest rider. The lead now 2.7 seconds. There he is.
Jeff, he is there. He is right on him, Ricky.
Yeah, he is, Jeff. He's got the hook in him. Whoa, look at there, front and high. Whoa.
Yeah, you got to think that that's on Seeley's mind. That
Well, look, it got all up in his mind that year. He ended up losing more than one race that way. What, about 3 of them that way? Losing the lead on the last lap or 2 from the finish.
You know, Anderson right now, just where's he making up his time? He's just bringing the intensity. His intensity level is so high right now. He's charging anywhere he can, using up all
Canard
the
having
track.
problems. Canard was running in 3rd, and he's got issues.
Well, and that's the thing with Seeley. He's out front. He's riding the exact same lines. And we got a great battle here. Dudgey trying to get past Tomac.
A lot of people thought this would be the fight for the championship this year. Right now, it's a battle over 3rd. Dudgey gets around him.
It's just unreal, Dudgey's resilience and his focus. All the adversities that he's faced here tonight. Now he's put himself up into 3rd.
And here's a fight for the lead with 7 laps remaining. The season opener, what a night it has been. Fisticuffs on the racetrack. Top riders having to come through the semi. And now Anderson and Seeley battling for the win. Bar to bar, getting the crowd on their feet. And Anderson puts the 21 into the lead.
Well, Anderson picking up from those where he left off the great ride at the Monster Energy Cup in Las Vegas last October, showing the type of speed that he has. But as opposed to that race where he hole shotted all 3 main events, this one he has came through the pack to take the lead with 6 laps to go in the season opener.
And Seeley can only say not again and not that guy.
Exactly, Groundhog Day, right?
You bet. The Rockstar Energy Husqvarna factory racing entry back into the lead. He was 2nd here a year ago. And tonight, Anderson looking to win the season opener in his sophomore season.
What a huge win this could be for Rockstar Husqvarna if he can keep it together here. But he is, like I like to say, he's feeling the flow. Confidence has got to be really high. And remember, Anderson's one of these riders that trains with Alden Baker in Florida. Marvin Muscan, Ryan Dudgey, they all work together. They train with the same trainer. And so Anderson knows the type of work that it takes because he does the same work as Ryan Dudgey.
And how big would this be? The first ever win for the Husqvarna factory. 450 Supercross could be coming here tonight.
Yeah, well, let's see if Seeley can regroup right now. He's lost a little bit of time to Anderson. Let's see if he can regroup and mount a charge with 5 to go. He's going to have to do something because the reigning champ here, Ryan Dudgey, on the Red Bull KTM's on the charge. And, of course, Tomac still hanging right in there. They're just a few seconds behind him.
The last rider to get his first win at Anaheim was Ken Roczen. He did it in the 450s in 2013, and there he is. He's in 5th. If he can salvage top 5 points the way his night's been, and from what he told me earlier today about, I know I just need to come in here and have a good race. I want to win, but I'm not going to freak out if I don't.
Yeah, and Roczen was trying to become the first rider to ever win 3 straight season openers here at Anaheim. Nobody's ever done that, but only one time in the history of Supercross has a rider ever won 3 straight openers. Any guess? Jeremy McGrath in Orlando, right. 94, 5, and 6, 3 straight openers, 3 straight wins.
4 laps remaining. If you're just joining us here on FS1 looking for Fox Sports Live, the guys will be with you in just a couple of laps when we close out the season opener of the 2016 Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship from here in Anaheim, California. 3.5 laps remaining. That's Chad Reed, who right now runs in 6th. The two-time champion just in front of Canard.
And Ralph, you know what makes Reed's ride even more impressive? Timing and scoring shows him 21st as a first lap position. 21st.
Dean Wilson running in 8th in front of Millsaps. And Barsha, who struggled, led the first start here tonight, has dropped all the way back to 10th.
Yeah, Wilson, first lap position was 17th. Put on a really strong ride here.
There's Millsaps on the 18. Right behind him, Davey on a new team. Those two riders squabbling over 9th position.
Look at how rough this sand section has become. 3 ruts on the inside plus the outside groove. And remember, earlier tonight there was just that one line on the inside. For this track here that the Supercross track crew has put together, you really got to tip your hat to them. The amount of rain that we had here in Anaheim for the last week, and their ability to keep the track dry and dry out the sections that were really wet and muddy has given us a great racing service, but it has been a difficult one for these riders.
Wet and muddy, it was a swamp.
Oh yeah.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I think Kawasaki was teeing up a jet ski for Will Hahn and Eli Tomac.
Would have been a
just
good
in
move,
case.
yeah. Here we come. Millsaps looking inside. Good move on the brakes, back on the throttle, and he's got the spot away. Puts him up to 8th.
So that's going to put the BTO KTMs back by WPS. Millsaps in 8th. His teammate Brayton in 10th.
This one winding down. There's Brayton right there.
Less than 2 laps to go. Brayton's thinking, okay.
So you're wondering what happened
Wilson
to
right
Barsha?
there.
Barsha fell. He has dropped all the way back to 15th. There's Brock Tickle. Tickle runs in 11th.
Started 12th, has really stayed right around in that same area. Fortunately, he's dropped some spots when he made up some.
Good fight brewing for second. Seeley lost the lead. Can he hold on to second as Dudgey starts to apply the pressure? Look how smooth he is on the brakes.
How about Ryan Dudgey?
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So impressive how he handles the stresses and strains of this championship. Remember, he had to come through the semi. Frustrating heat race.
Had that incident with James Stewart to cause the restart.
But while that battle is going on, it's going to be a huge first win for this man and this brand. Jason Anderson came to Anaheim last year, rookie year, finished on the podium in 2nd place. We all thought, wow, what a great year. But tonight he comes back to Anaheim. Jason Anderson and Husqvarna win Anaheim. What a huge moment in the history of Monster Energy Supercross as Jason Anderson gets his first career win, and the famed brand Husqvarna sees themselves on the winners list in 450 AMA Supercross.